Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm here with my son. We're home alone hanging out. I thought it was a perfect time to make a video. Hopefully the cartoons in the background don't distract you, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Alright guys, so today we are talking about this. Not just this bag, but what's inside of here. It's a jib. If you don't know what a jib is, it's a really cool tool that videographers use to get some really awesome shots that you have probably seen in a lot of different Hollywood movies. I'll go ahead and open this bag up, and while I'm at it, I'll just want to say that this bag is really good quality. I was really surprised for the price of this jib, and that it's a Chinese video product. Like a knockoff of something a lot more expensive. Usually the bags or accessories you get are really, really cheap. So this actually seems like it'll hold up, not just rip after a couple times of using. So I'll get that out of the way. So here are the two pieces you get with your jib kit. So this is the tail bar, I would call it, and it has some weights on the back. So this actually is 3 different weights. I put them all on here and on this bar. And here's the other piece. You have your connection that your camera goes on top of, and this is where you connect it to your tripod, and then you have some extensions right here. And all of these little pieces, they're all like a quick release fitting where you can unscrew it and put the bars in or extend it. So let's go ahead and set this up. It's really, really quick and easy. I'll show you guys how. All right guys, so the first step is to remove your quick release plate on top of your tripod head. Go ahead and do that. And on the back of this mini jib, on the bottom here, you have 3 connections. 2 are your standard size tripod connections that most cameras use, and then you have another one. I think it's a 1/2 inch instead of the 1/4 inch ones, are for bigger tripods if you have a more of a professional setup. So just grab your quick release plate and screw it down to the bottom. So while I am setting this up, I'm just gonna talk about this jib. We'll do kind of 2 things in one. This jib sells for about between $160 to $200. Which is in a crazy, crazy low price if you know anything about video accessories. So this is a Chinese jib. On the side here, it says, let's see, Sunrise Mini Jib MJ906. But if you're going to be purchasing this on Amazon or somewhere else, it goes by a lot of different names. There's Ephoto, there's like Opteca, there's, let's see, Ravelli, just those kind of brands that they put on the Chinese gear. So that's a super, super good price for something like this. I know there's some do-it-yourself type guides, how you can make something like this yourself. And usually if you're just buying the stuff, it's about $200 worth of parts, plus all the time you have to put in, and you don't even know if it's going to turn out right and if it's going to work well at all. So being able to buy this for less than what it costs you to build one yourself and saving all the time is absolutely just amazing. So here you go. I got it on my tripod. I think I could have got it a little bit tighter there, but that's okay for now. So that's the first step to mount it. The next step is going to be to put the camera on. So I'll go grab my camera and we'll put that on there. All right guys, so I got my camera here and we're going to mount it. I'm going to lift up the top to get access to the bottom here and try to screw this in. So there really is only one downside that I see to this jib, and it's something that realistically I'm willing to accept, and there's no quick release on top here. So you just have to mount the camera right onto the jib, and it gets kind of tight here. So I'm going to use my knife to mount the camera down. If you have small hands, it may not be too much of a problem for you. I have large hands, so it gets kind of tight in there. Let's see if I can even manage to do this in a decent amount of time. Of course, if you want to, you can pick up a quick release system and mount it once to here, and after that you can just slide this on and off. So I'm gonna mess around with this and get it going, and I'll skip ahead to the next part. All right, guys, so the next step is put your weight in. So you have your bar here with your weights on the back. You just unscrew this little quick tightening down system, slide your bar in, and you can tighten it down. How you doing, Noah? He's playing around with all his toys. So there you go. The weights are on. You see he has a little bit more weight in the back here than in the front. We can fix that by extending this. So this is about the shortest you can get. So you see your motion is not that much. You can just unscrew these little quick tightening systems and extend your jib. All right, guys, here's the jib fully extended as far as it can go. I tightened down all these connections, and on the front here, depending on what angle you want your camera, you can unscrew the bottom one, and you can change it if you want the camera pointing down more or just straight. You can set that and then tighten everything down. So right now I have the center column tightened up so you don't have a lot of motion. It's holding the camera better. So I can loosen this up a little bit to allow it to move easier. And there you go. So right now the camera seems like it's a little bit longer, the camera than the lens, because I extended it. So I need to either extend this bar back a little bit, see right there, or I have to bring that in because I have too much weight on the front. So, all right, so the main thing with the jib is you want the camera or the whole system just to work by yourself. You're not trying to force the camera to go up or down. You should be able to do it just one pinky or one finger, whatever you want to use. So here you guys can see the full motion that the jib could do. You can get some really cool shots, some high ups. I know the camera might not be capturing this, and you can get down pretty low and go back out. You could do turns with little twists, raising the camera up and down, and all sorts of stuff like that. So I mentioned how quick and easy it is to set this jib up. The only downside I mentioned is there not being a quick release on the front, but you can add one in there yourself. The only other kind of downside, which is not really a downside, you should expect it for being so cheap and also being so small, is you can't put a ton of weight on here. I have a Canon EOS M with an adapter and a pretty big lens on the front there. So it's about your standard small DSLR, and it works perfectly with this. If you're doing a heavy setup, like maybe a 5D Mark III with a big L series lens, maybe a zoom on there, you're gonna have to add a little bit of weight on here. But it should still do the job. If you're having some crazy big camera, maybe the Blackmagic cinema camera with a big lens on there and a monitor, stuff like that, it's going to be a little bit too much weight. Now the companies claim it holds 11 pounds. I really don't think it would be really wise to put 11 pounds on the front of this. But for what most people use, DSLRs, it works really, really good. I'll put a link in the description where you can purchase this from Amazon. If you do buy it from Amazon, I ask you guys please use the links below. That just supports the channel. Now I'll just give you a quick example of how it looks while operating the jib. I'll go ahead and turn this camera on here. Clap to sync the video and post. So here you go. One way to use it is if you're in the back controlling it standard. If you're using SLR and you need a focus, you can actually stand up here in the front, and as you move, you can focus the camera. So we'll start out there. So this is just a very simple way to use it. You side-to-side shots. You can also just go down. See all the toys that my son is playing with. So you could do that. What'd you find there, Noah? So, and then, of course, you can stand on the back and control it from here, but you can't focus. All right, guys, well, there you go. It's just a very simple video. I will add a couple clips that I've done with this jib after this video at the end of it, and then maybe I'll throw in a couple clips of some really cool jib shots. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and just hit that thumbs up. It'll only take you about 2 seconds, probably less. If you have a question about this, just leave it in the comments section, and I will get back to you guys. Or if you have some other jib that you enjoy, you use, maybe that's a good price, you can let me know in the comments below. So thank you guys, and hopefully you can get a jib and step up your production value. See ya.